Something unexpected happened behind the scenes at the Cleveland Browns, something that could completely change the rumor mill for next season and, who knows, even the following years. And the most curious thing? Few people saw this coming. If you are a passionate fan, I can tell you right now, this news will shake you up. So, pay attention and tell me in the comments what you think of this turn of events. Be sure to click the like button to stay well informed. Let's get to the news. Inside the team's facilities, between strategic meetings, roster evaluations, and the natural challenges of a franchise that seeks to consolidate its place among the NFL's greats, an important decision was made. And it wasn't just any decision. We're talking about something that could directly affect the team's performance on the field and the way the team will be built from now on. Insiders have already picked up on the rumors, but the truth is that the details are even deeper than many imagine. The Browns management has been working tirelessly to define the future of the team, and this involves some difficult choices, changes that can take even the players by surprise. It is no secret that the franchise has invested heavily to build a competitive roster, but are all these decisions really the best for the future of the team? And here is the crux. Behind-the-scenes conversations reveal that there is a significant change among one of the most talked-about names on the roster. Fans are already presenting theories, but the truth is that the situation seems more complex than it seems. What is known so far is that there was a heated discussion about the need to strengthen key positions, but in order to do so, something would have to be sacrificed. And that is where things get interesting. The coach and the coaching staff are analyzing every detail of last season to identify where the team needs to improve. The defense had its ups and downs, the offense showed extended moments, but also struggled at crucial moments. And this analysis is leading to decisions that may surprise fans. There are names within the cast that are under analysis, some that may be considered untouchable pieces for the fans, but that internally do not have that same security. If you thought the board would follow a safer path, you can be sure they decided to take a risk. The plan is ambitious, and the risk involved is enormous. But to fully understand this decision, we need to go back a little and analyze the factors that led to this bold choice. Looking at the team's performance, it is clear that there were moments of brilliance and also some worrying points. The attack had flashes of genius, but suffered from inconsistencies. The defense, in turn, showed that it can be dominant, but needs adjustments to become truly impenetrable. And it is exactly this detailed analysis that made the board act now. The behind-the-scenes points to a reformulation in strategic areas of the team. And believe me, this could mean drastic changes in the squad. Some players that the fans consider to be fundamental pieces may have their days numbered in the team. Yes, it is difficult to even imagine, but this decision is being discussed based on numbers, performance, and projections for the future. And here's the bombshell. Inside sources suggest that the team is considering market moves that could involve significant trades. This means that no name is 100% certain. Players who were essential in previous seasons may be considered as bargaining chips to secure reinforcements in positions where the team is most in need. Now, the question that remains is, will this strategy work? The Browns management is betting big, confident that this overhaul could put the team among the championship contenders in the coming years. But what about the fans? Will this decision be well received? And this is where I want to hear from you, loyal Cleveland Browns fan. What do you think of this bold move by the management? Do you agree with this aggressive approach to the market? Do you think the team is on the right track to becoming a true powerhouse in the NFL? Leave your comment below. It seems that the Browns management is not just trying to improve the roster, they are willing to change structures that, for many fans, should be untouchable. But will this boldness bring the expected results? Looking at the moves of other franchises in the NFL, we see that some teams were able to rebuild quickly and achieve success, while others were stuck in a cycle of bets that did not work out. The big question here is, are the Browns on the right path, or are they about to make a mistake that could cost them dearly? Behind the scenes, there is already talk that this restructuring may not be just a question of on-field performance. Some insiders point out that financial factors are also weighing in on these decisions. The salary cap is always a challenge in the NFL, and the Browns need to balance hefty contracts with the need to maintain a competitive team. This means that, in some cases, players beloved by the fans may end up leaving simply for the sake of financial space. And speaking of names, there are some players who, despite being important pieces, may be at the forefront of these changes. The board is analyzing every contract, every performance, every future projection to make these decisions. This means that no one can consider themselves completely safe at this point. Another issue that is on fire behind the scenes is the team's approach to the draft. With the need to strengthen certain positions, the Browns may be planning strategic moves that involve not only trades, but also choices that may surprise many. Will the team bet on a young talent to fill a crucial void? Or will we see a big-time trade that could change the team's scenario for the next few years? And of course, we cannot ignore the impact that all of this has on the locker room. Players who already felt safe may be starting to question their future with the franchise. This can be good, bringing a sense of urgency and healthy competition, but it can also generate uncertainty and even discontent. The challenge for the coaching staff will be to keep everyone focused, regardless of what happens behind the scenes. All right, Browns fans, let's talk about the future of this franchise because things are getting interesting in Cleveland. Andrew Berry's job security is officially on the clock, and the 2025 NFL Draft could be the deciding factor in whether he sticks around or not. Owner Jimmy Haslam made some eyebrow-raising comments about the team's past moves, including what many believe is one of the worst trades and contracts in NFL history. Yes, we're talking about Deshaun Watson. The fact that Haslam even acknowledged the mistake publicly tells us one thing: Cleveland is looking toward the future, and that future might not include Watson for much longer. Now, let's be clear, Berry isn't being blamed outright for the Watson situation. But Haslam made it known that the upcoming draft is make or break for the Browns GM. If he doesn't nail it, his time in Cleveland could be coming to an end. That puts an incredible amount of pressure on Berry to make the right moves, and with the Browns holding the number 2 overall pick, he has some big decisions to make. Speaking of that pick, what exactly does nailing the draft mean for Cleveland? Haslam made an interesting comment, saying, "It would be great if we could get the quarterback, but we're not going to force it." That means the Browns aren't locked in on taking a QB at number 2, even though plenty of fans are hoping for a fresh start under center. With Miami's Kim Ward likely going first overall, Cleveland could have its pick of Colorado QB Shedeur Sanders, but is that the right move? There are other elite prospects on the board who could provide immediate impact. Penn State pass rusher Abdul Carter would be a scary addition to this defense, especially lining up next to Myles Garrett. Then there's Travis Hunter, the Heisman Trophy-winning cornerback/wide receiver from Colorado, who is one of the most dynamic athletes in this draft. Both Carter and Hunter are considered higher-rated prospects than Sanders by most analysts, and they play positions that typically translate faster to the NFL. With the Browns' current roster construction, adding an elite pass rusher or a shutdown corner might make more sense than rolling the dice on a quarterback. And let's not forget the other man under the microscope, head coach Kevin Stefanski. He's had his ups and downs in Cleveland, but he's also delivered 2 playoff appearances and 2 NFL Coach of the Year awards. The question is, does Haslam view him as part of the long-term plan, or is he tied to Berry's fate? If the Browns struggle this season, we could be looking at a full reset in the front office and on the sidelines. This draft could be a defining moment for the Browns, and every move Berry makes will be under intense scrutiny. So, Browns fans, let's hear it. What do you want to see happen at number 2? Do you go all in on a quarterback like Sanders, or do you play it safe and grab an elite defensive talent? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest Browns updates. Let's keep this conversation going.